Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kylie Snow, and today I will be giving a persuasive speech on why we should use natural sugars over artificial sugars. To start off, I want us all to think of the one word we all despise, the word diet. It means no carbs. It means less sugar. It means you can't have that bowl of cheesy pasta. You can't have that cake at work. You can't have the cookies in the break room. And most of the time it means you can't go for the ice cream outings with your friends on Friday nights. So right now I want you to all pretend that you're on a diet. You'll go home and you have the choice of going for your favorite dessert in the fridge or for the diet soda. You're determined to finish strong with the week, so you go for the diet soda. It says it has no calories and it lowers your sugar intake. However, today I am here to persuade you that it would have been better for you to have eaten all of the above than to go for the diet soda, even though that is what you believe to have been the better choice. Today I hope that we will be able to learn more about the different types of sugars, how they affect you, and why you shouldn't go for the sweeteners, the diet, or zero sodas. Doctors and scientists are always changing their minds about what is good for us. For example, in the past 10 years or so, they have given us the example of eggs. At some point in time, they've told us that eggs are extremely bad for our health and that they cause high cholesterol. And another time they tell us that we should increase our egg intake. And so it's the same with sugar. Right now they're telling us that it is it's okay to eat sweeteners, but in reality it is not. I hope that through this speech today we'll be able to learn more about the various types of sugars we are consuming and how they affect our physical health. First, we will talk about the dangerous effects of what we consume, and what is made with artificial sweeteners that we eat without even realizing. Second, we will learn how it affects our health. And third, we will talk about the advantages of eating natural sugars. So what makes artificial so bad for us? It's lower in calories. Companies encourage you to use it to lose weight, and the sugary sweetness helps with your sugary cravings that you've grown used to. At health.com, they talk about the different types of sweeteners. Aspartame is one of the #1 sweeteners, and we eat it without even realizing it in gum and cough drops, for example. Sucrose and aspartame are also some of the artificial sugars that we eat without realizing, for example, in fruit juices, and canned fruits and syrups, and even in pudding mixes. From the survey that I took, it is most common that females are most likely to use artificial sugars. They say that they use them to be healthier or to cut down on sugar intake. So some of the disadvantages of using artificial sugars are they can decrease our immune system, and it can also cause some forms of cancer. The only thing that is on our minds when we are choosing substitutes for our sugar cravings is the prospect of losing weight or being healthier. However, there's one thing one thing that we don't think about is the medical health. So if artificial sugars are out of the question, then what are other options you can choose? With all the different forms of stevia and honey, agave nectar, and others, how do I know what is best for me? And is it just best that I just use table sugar, or what should I use? And so we're going to explore those questions now. First, let's talk about diet and zero beverages. The reason why we should not be using them is because they actually, instead of decreasing, increase weight gain, which can even lead to obesity. They cause type 2 diabetes, hypertension, and cardiovascular disease, and even depression. And that information comes from the Medical Daily News. Even though only 16% of my respondents on my survey said that they use diet beverages, 40% say that they use artificial sweeteners, which is exactly the same. They both affect your body the same way. And even though natural sugar can result in some weight gain, it is better to use that than artificial sugars. The only disadvantages of using natural sugars is if overused, it can be high in calories and hard to digest. If natural sugars even have their cons, should we even be using sugar in our daily diets? As I stated before, the key is to not overuse sugar. We need to make sure that our intake is controlled and moderate. If we do this, then the positive effects of natural sweeteners will be beneficial to our health rather than detrimental. So what are the pros to natural sugars? If they are high in calories and can be hard to digest depending on the source that you use, why should I be using natural sugars? Honey, for example, which is the most common natural sugar that people are most likely to use, it contains enzymes, amino acids, vitamins B and C, antioxidants, and minerals. Raw honey can even help prevent allergies. 71% from our survey agree that natural sugar is the best for you. Now that we have been educated about sugars and sweeteners alike, it is time to share our knowledge with those that we come in contact with. Although most people are reluctant to share what they have learned and convince others to use natural sugars, I'm here to encourage you to do so. So in conclusion, today we have learned more about what artificial sweeteners are and how they are not the best option for weight loss or for your health. Second, we have learned that although natural sugars are not always the best for your health, they are still better to it's still better to use them than to go with artificial sweeteners, and we just need to watch our level intake. And third, we've learned that although sugar should be avoided at all costs, it does have health benefits to it. Through this speech today, I hope that you've learned more about the differences between sugars and the effects they can have on our health. I encourage you to take action on your choices of sugar, but not only for yourself, but also to encourage others to learn more about the types of sugars and artificial sweeteners we put into our bodies. So I hope that you take this speech and you put it into action, and you will see that you will not only feel better, but you can also see results that you can share with others. Thank you for listening today. Thank you.